prime, in my opinion, was the freak of all freaks.
Yeah, agreed.
The freak of all freaks.
Playing basketball games before knocking people the fuck out.
Play
for
a
2
full
hours.
game of basketball and then go and fuck people up.
Slam dunking like he's fucking jumping off a trampoline. He is, I believe with you, he's a freak of freaks, man.
His speed was insane. He would throw a left hook instead of a jab. I mean,
constant.
Always throwing left hooks.
And you just, like, when you're seeing, that's what's really crazy to me. Like, if I'm seeing tape and I'm a fighter, I'm like, well, I know he's going to throw his left hook, so I'm going to try to counter with this. And the speed and the setup is so out of this world that you don't even see it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's a left hook. It's like something that we've been seeing our whole lives. And it takes a lot longer than this, you know, because you got to cock it back and you got to throw, especially the way he would throw it here and then boom, explode. And people can't see it. The world's best couldn't see it. So I'm just with you, man. I've always thought that guy was a fucking mutant, bro.
Yeah, during his prime, I think he's the greatest. I think he's the greatest middleweight ever. Like, right up there with Hagler.
Greatest talent, definitely.
Yeah, the greatest talent. I mean,
greatest talent to step in the ring.
Just speed, but beyond speed. You know, when he would drop his hands and knock guys out, put his hands behind his back and knock guys out. Like, his fights were executions. It was like Tyson in his prime. It was like you were waiting to see like when Roy was going to take guys out.
But I think even freakier than Tyson for some reason, because those reflexes just out of this fucking world.
Out of this world. People that weren't around when Roy was in his prime, I don't think they appreciate it. But man, I mean, went up to heavyweight and beat Ruiz. But then I think that's what fucked him. I think going up to heavyweight, he got up to like close to 200 pounds.
Yep.
And then came back to 75, and he looked soft. It looked like he had just drained his body to make 75. And then Tarver caught him and knocked him out.
Yep.
And then Glenn Johnson knocked him out after that, and he was just never the same.
Yeah, very true. Like, you wonder maybe if he didn't go to heheavyweight, you
yeah.
know.
Yeah, maybe if he stayed at light heavyweight.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but that challenge to him.
He started at 154.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Beat James Toney, too, which is another huge fan of James Toney.
Beat James Toney and hit him with that left hook. And James Toney was a defensive genius.
Yeah.
And the fact that he like stood in front of him and just leaped in and dropped him with a left hook.
That's like a perfect example. Like, James Toney had a fucking radar. He was born with fucking a radar. And he still couldn't see Roy Jones' speed in his prime, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, his speed was like complete next level. And, you know, it's interesting that he still enjoys fighting so much that he's still doing it. I mean, he's in his 50s now.
I get updates. Roy will send us, like, videos and stuff, and this dude still has fucking crazy speed. I would still place him slightly above average speed of most guys in boxing, you know?
I know, it's crazy.
It's fucking nuts. And the last thing to leave a man is his power.
Right.
You know, so I'm very interested in that. Obviously, there's a big age gap. Roy Jones is 54, 55. Pettis is, I think, 30. He's a little younger than me, 34, 36, something like that. So that's why I really like this matchup, because Roy's got all this boxing experience, but youth, as we know, is youth. You know, you could pull off anything with youth. That arrogance, that bravado that youth brings. So, I mean, fuck, bro, I'm pumped. I'm
pumped.
I don't know who gets it, bro.
Yeah, I don't know who gets it either.
I'm leaning towards Roy, obviously conventional wisdom, but youth is youth, man.
Youth is youth, and Pettis can crack. He did fight lighter, you know, when you really think about it. I mean, Pettis has fought at welterweight, which is 170, in boxing, 47, but he fought at 170, and Roy was the best ever at 75. So it's, you know, it's interesting. He was best ever at 68, too. You know, I mean, at 68, he was the motherfucker.
I mean, fuck, bro. That speed is just we could talk about it, just the speed alone for hours.
Yeah, we should probably watch a Roy Jones highlight. Put on a Roy Jones highlight reel, because people that don't know, like these young kids, they're like, "Oh, Roy Jones, I saw him fight Mike Tyson. It was kind of boring." Like, listen,
no.
You need to go back into
if
the
Roy
archives.
Jones Jr. would have had social media when he was coming up, you're talking about 350 million followers.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so body shot, dead.
Yeah. Oh my God. He was incredible. And it's just the speed. And, you know, you ever seen his left arm? His left arm is like twice the size of his right arm.
Yeah. And it has like a double bicep, it looked like.
It's crazy. He flexed for me. I was like, what is going on? One arm is like literally like 5 inches bigger.
That's James Toney right there.
That's James Toney. He just... Look at it. Oh, the Vinny Pazienza fight.
These were actually pretty good, man.
The Vinny Pazienza fight was the only fight in the history of CompuBox where the opponent landed 0 punches in an entire round. And Roy just fucking tuned him up and then begged the referee to stop it. He said the referee, "Come on, man, stop it." And the ref's like, "No, no, no."
The first one
It's
was
like,
kind of
okay.
competitive, right? Was it? Because they fought twice.
No, he never fought Vinny twice. He only fought Vinny once. He
Okay.
fucked Vinny up. The Vinny Pazienza fight was a rout. Like, Vinny had no business being in there with him. I mean, Vinny started his career much lighter, and Roy was bigger, faster, more talented, more skilled, more confident. I mean, he was a freak of all freaks in his prime. Nobody was like him. And it's Captain Hook. Boom.
Captain Hook.
Yeah, he was amazing, amazing. I'm excited that you have him. I'm excited that he still enjoys competing too. You know, it's fun. I mean, we haven't seen him since that Tyson fight, but the Tyson fight was very different. You know, look at him stand in front of people.
That leaping right hand, I think, is one of the best right hands ever to grace
Also,
boxing.
his instincts and his fucking reflexes, they were off
then
the charts.
The constant mind games is also what takes him to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Whoa, done.
God damn that speed. This is it. Hands behind the back. Pop. I mean, really, people, you know, he has that song, Y'all Must Have Forgot. I never forgot.
No.
I never forgot. I mean, I was a kid when he was coming up, and so giant Roy Jones Jr. fan.
I think all of us, especially me being from Florida, we were always like, this dude is everything.
Pensacola. Yeah, he
Dude
put
is
Florida
everything.
on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Pettis is going to continue boxing? Does he still have a contract with the PFL?
I know he has some works with the PFL. I don't know if he'll be doing the next season or not. I don't know exactly the intricate details of that. But if he gets a win over Roy Jones, how does he not keep boxing?
How does he not? I mean, the money's going to be there.
The money's going to be pouring. The guys right now, the older generation boxers, everybody's going to be calling his fucking name. Everybody's going to want to fight him. You know? And plus, Pettis himself is a fucking massive draw, you know?
Of course.
So it just makes sense that he continue boxing. And I've heard him, and I've talked with him too, that he does want to kind of focus more on the striking and just like, you know, maybe not grapple so much and use the things that he's naturally gifted with, which is fucking his power and speed.
Yeah, I mean, he had gotten into wrestling quite a bit, and it kind of like changed his game a little bit. And then he realized, you know what, he's better, but he's just a wild striker, and if you take him down, he submits you. And it just kind of got away from that and went for takedown defense. But I think, was it Rafael Dos Anjos that he fought? We got manhandled?
Oh, I think so. Might have been.
I think it was, see if he fought.
He's such a clutch dude, though. Like, when he won the title from Ben Henderson,
Oh, my God. Beautiful.
I fought with Ben. Ben is like no slouch in the grappling department. Gilbert Melendez, another guy that had never been submitted
him.
Guillotine
Yep.
him. It was just like, man, he was on fire for
He was so
while.
fast.
Yeah.
He could get stuff off so fast.
Like a clutch dude, bro. Like
Yes.
when like the Thompson fight, he was getting murdered. Minute to go.
Bang! Catches him with the right hand, knocks him out. The only guy to knock out Wonderboy.